I think if he came in the shop now and understood that thousands, if not millions of people are now travelling across the globe and using all of the maps and guidebooks that we sell, I think he would be really amazed. My name is Vivien Godfrey. I'm now the Chairman and Chief Executive of Stanfords. Stanfords was founded in the city of Westminster in 1853 by Edward Stanford, and he started his business at a time when Victorian British people were becoming increasingly interested in travel. There he was at the very beginning of really encouraging people to look beyond the United Kingdom and consider what there was to find out about the rest of the world. My grandfather, Ernest Gordon Godfrey, was the first of my family to join the company. During the war, his work involved mapping. He then left the British Army and he joined the Philip Group. So Phillips was publisher of maps and atlases and textbooks, and they produced globes. In 1946, they bought the Stanfords business. So at that time, my grandfather was working there, and that was when he first got involved with Stanfords. I remember my grandfather's office being on the first floor in our building on Longacre. So from a very young age, I would come with my father and we would meet my grandfather and maybe we'd go for lunch. Later, as I got a little bit older, I would be allowed to come to Stanfords in the summer holidays. I would be given maps to pack up in boxes to send out to customers. And so I was allowed to wander around a little bit around the shop. I'm sitting in front of our wall of globes. Stanfords has the largest collection of globes for sale in any shop in the world. When you're buying something like a globe, which is relatively expensive, being able to see it in person is quite important. Some are made completely of plastic, others have a paper gore. They're all different. You could go into another bookshop and you will find the guidebooks and maps maybe, but we work very hard at finding interesting travel literature that is associated with the place that you might be visiting. We do encourage our customers, if they're planning to visit somewhere, whether it's Mexico or Japan, they might like to read some sort of travel literature, which goes beyond reading a guidebook. You know, it gives you a flavour of the place. I think you'll have a much greater appreciation by enmeshing yourself in the fabric of the place that you're visiting. And in that, I think that includes your own country. I think you ought to speak to Bernard, who has run for years a printing business on Longacre.